Welcome everyone to today's Facebook Live video. I am excited to be spending time with you all today, and we had a lot of great questions that came in through Instagram and through Facebook. So today we're talking about our fall family favorite traditions, things that we like to do every single year. Daisy just lost her first tooth, so we'll be talking about that. And then I always get so many questions about dating, so we're going to talk about that a little bit today. Sandy, you were the first person that I've seen on here. Sandy Davenport, welcome. Glad you were here. And I did have some questions that came in about food allergies, how to know if you have an allergy to something, and things that I've done to address some of the food allergies with myself and with my family. So Allison, you are the second person I'm seeing on here. It's good to see you. And Jessica, it's good to see you on here as well. So we're just gonna dive on in to today's live video. And I do need to pick up Landon here in the next little while. So I'll let you know when I need to jump off for that. But I'm just excited. Things are going really well. I finally feel like we are into a routine and the kids are understanding just how to work together as a family and as a team, and it's really good. And again, I always say this, but it's so fun to see where everybody is from. So if you wouldn't mind sharing where you live, it's so fun to see where everybody's from and make those connections. I think I just saw a question from somebody about the recipe for a simmer pot that I do, like stovetop potpourri. I think that was your question, so you can ask that again if I missed it. Nikki is joining us from Scotland. It's good to see you. And Kim is from Delaware. Good to see you, Kim. And Jennifer Irvine has just hopped on. It's good to see you. And Anita is from Bermuda. How cool is that? Cynthia is joining us from Ohio, and Marita, it's good to see you on here as well. Kate is from Arkansas. Okay, I have a question for you guys. Does it feel like fall yet where you live? For us, I'd say like the last couple days, it's finally starting to cool off and feel a little bit more cozy. So I'm looking at like fall shopping, winter clothes for my kids already, just making sure we have everything that we need. Transitioning from this summer season into fall in Southern Utah, it is still just so hot most days. So my kids will be wearing shorts probably until October with sandals, because that is like their favorite thing to wear ever. Carrie is joining us. It's good to see you, Carrie. Okay, so let's dive on in. Carla is joining us from Portugal. John and Joanne, it's good to see you. Karen is joining us as well. Rhonda, do you still make the simmer pot, and what's the recipe? I do. So I do this little stovetop potpourri every single year, is like my neighborhood gift, and I love sharing it because it's something fresh. It's something that smells clean. It makes your kitchen just smell like cozy, but I think this would be perfect for fall time as well. And you can leave it on your stove for like a week. So I do 1 orange, I do about a tablespoon of cloves, 2 cinnamon sticks, and then I slice up an orange. But you could also substitute the orange out for like a lemon, a fresh lemon. This makes a great neighborhood gift. Wrapped in cellophane and tied with like a satin bow or anything that you have, and it smells so good. And then I just simmer it in, I don't know, like a cup of boiling water, and it smells so good. And my kids get so excited to welcome fall and Christmas. So anyway, that's a tradition that we have in our family. We also like decorating for fall, and my girls are getting really excited to create a space that they love in their own room. So I'm gonna pull out some pumpkins, see what we need, and probably head on over to our local TJ Maxx to get some just cute decorations for my kids, because they're getting really excited this year. Somebody said lots of fires, unfortunately, in Portugal. That's so sad. I need to check the news. I've not watched the news in a little while, just to have an awareness of what's going on. So I'm sorry to hear about that. The fires in Portugal, I was not aware of that. Annetta is tuning in from Idaho, and Angie is from Colorado. It's so good to gather primarily as women. I know Chad will be watching this, so other than Chad, it's primarily women that view and watch our channel, and I'm so grateful for your continued love and support of my family. It provides opportunities for my kids by sharing just a little bit of our life with all of you. So I'm really grateful for that. We've got people joining in from Tennessee. Welcome. And somebody just sent 500 stars. Thank you very much for that. That's so kind. Okay, our first question comes from Caitlin, 93. What do the Quints enjoy doing most with each other? Each of the kids are so very different. They like playing together, doing different things. Lately, my kids have really enjoyed skateboarding on these little skateboards outside. And that's been fun. Logan's really enjoyed flying his little kite that he got at the $5 store. So that's been fun for him. And Logan is really loving making paper airplanes right now. So that's his new thing. He got a book that Chad, the guy I'm dating, brought over. And Logan can make just about every single paper airplane out of that book. And so he's got like a little basket I'm looking at right now that is just full of paper airplanes, and he's really proud of them, and he's interested in aerodynamics, which is fascinating with his little engineer's mind. So that's been fun. Daisy is really finding her voice, which has been really fun just to hear her opinions about things. Finally, she's been kind of my quiet little girl for a super long time, so it's nice to hear what she thinks. Lily still enjoys artwork, so does Daisy, and decorating. Violet and Lily and Daisy are really into doing each other's hair and doing nails, so we've done some finger painting. So one of my hands is painted, the other's not. The girls on Friday are really excited to do like a spa night, so we'll probably share that in a vlog. And then the little boys are going to a camp out, but not an overnighter, with my dad here on Friday. And then Chad's gonna come along, and I think they're gonna make just like baked potato stuff and something like tinfoil dinner type of thing outdoors. And then they'll be coming home that evening. So it's not an actual camp out, just going and eating a yummy thing with them. So the boys are looking forward to that. And Landon has a soccer game tonight, so we're really excited about that. Those are just a few things going on. I saw one question come in about dating. It went by really fast, so I wasn't able to read it. So you can ask that again. I haven't caught you live in a long time. I'm glad you're all doing well. Yes, we're doing really, really well. Daisy lost her tooth a couple days ago, so we'll be talking about that. Somebody asked a question about that. Lisa Martinello asked, where and how did Daisy lose her tooth? So that is going to be in our up and coming vlog that'll be released either Thursday or Friday. Daisy lost it at school, and when the kids lose a tooth at school, I think they send them to like the nurse's station or something, but they give them like a little bag or sometimes something to put the tooth in to bring it home. So Daisy was really, really excited to come home and show all of her siblings and talk about what happened. So she was just really hesitant in losing that first tooth because it was uncomfortable. So now that it's out, she has the cutest little lisp. And I love it when my kids lose a tooth because they just talk so cute and so sweet. And today is school picture day. So it was perfect timing because I told her smile big because I really want that captured on film. Because I keep these little scrapbooks of my kids so that they can look through as they get older of just things that they've done, accomplishments, pictures, artwork that they're proud of, friendships that they've built, they've written about. So anyway, just fun things at our house. And it's fun to see the kids get excited for each other. So that's happening too. And it's been really fun. So in my stories, in my stories, like I shared just how excited Violet was about her sister. The first walk and first tooth, yes, we've captured all of those on film and it's so fun. Caitlin asked, Jamie, how are you? I'm doing really, really well. I'm happy. Things are just happy and they're good. And I just am grateful is kind of where I'm feeling today. Let's see. Diana Bridge asked, how did you know you were no longer allergic to chocolate? So I talked about this in a recent live video. I had several food allergies, and I still have some of them. So I've been allergic to tree nuts, since Shayden was about 3 years old. I had an allergic reaction and it was really scary, really, really bad. We can tell that you're happy, Cheryl says. Thank you. I feel really happy. I feel really good today. And then I developed an allergy to peanuts, which is different than tree nuts. So I was allergic to tree nuts. And I'm still allergic to tree nuts. I've been allergic to tree nuts for what, like 15 years or so. When it comes to peanuts, I had an allergy to peanuts for about 8 years. And then I was allergic to chocolate for 5 years. So I went 5 years without any chocolate, and I love chocolates. That was really, really hard. And then peanuts was 8 years. I went and saw a doctor here in town that practices something called NAET. You can look it up and see if somebody practices that in your area that you live. That was really helpful. So it was just kind of weird. It was like this little treatment that took like 5 minutes, and it fixed the peanut allergy and the chocolate allergy. I also saw that doctor for infertility, so it was helpful with that, I think. And it fixed it within like 24 hours. It was crazy, super, super weird, but it worked. But he couldn't fix my tree nut allergy. So that I still can't eat any sort of tree nuts. But as far as peanuts and chocolate, I eat them every day now. Like, I love double stuffed Oreos, and I love eating them in my closet when my kids aren't looking. You always cheer me up. My husband passed away 2 months ago. I am so sorry to hear about that. I know when my grandmother lost her husband, my grandfather, we missed him so very much. And we were always just reflecting on like all the memories and things that reminded us of him. And I still miss my grandpa, and it's been over 10 years. Like, I know like when I see a beautiful sunset or I see something beautiful, I want to like tell him about it and talk to him about it. And I was just thinking about him the other day. So I'm so sorry to hear of your loss. My prayers are with you, and I'm sure you loved him very, very much. Let's see. Our next question is from Denise. Did Daisy ever get her other ear pierced? No, she decided she did not want pierced ears, and she took both of them out. And I think when she's older, she might decide to do it. And when we do pierced ears, I'll make sure 2 people do it at the exact same time. You should bring an EpiPen with you. I have thought of that. They're so expensive, and maybe the cost has gone down. But I don't have insurance for that. And so I am just really careful about what I put into my body, because I don't ever want to have an anaphylactic experience again, because that was super scary. For me, the last time I tried something with almonds, I had boils on my face, my throat started closing up, and I became just really tired, irritable, and ornery for like a week. Okay. Let's see. So Lily still has 1 ear pierced, so she still does wear 1 earring, but she's missing the other one. So I think one of them got infected and closed up, so she might have to get it re-pierced again. Vivi is the only one out of the girls that still has her ears completely pierced and no ear infections, and she's doing fine. So that answers that question. Darke, Darke, asked, does Violet or Vivi want long hair again? She does, especially with what she wants to be for Halloween. It is a costume that would work better if she had long hair. She's like adamant that she wants to be that for Halloween. So Vivi will probably grow her hair out, but it has been nice having shorter hairstyles for the girls. Skylar got their hair cut, which I was surprised about, because I didn't know he was going to cut their hair short, because they were growing their hair out long. But it has been nice because the girls can do their own hair and they can do each other's hair, and there's less knots and tangles. So that has been a positive side of having shorter hair. But yes, Violet does want to grow her hair out. Eliana Reese asked, do you have any cute ideas for a 2-year-old little girl and a 3-month-old baby boy for Halloween costumes? I know you gals are really good at this. If you have suggestions for a 2-year-old little girl and a 3-month-old little boy Halloween costumes, the first thing that I thought of when Landon was about 3 months old for a Halloween costume, I went as a chef to a Halloween party, and Landon was a little baby lobster, and he fit like perfectly in the little pot, and it was so cute. And like so many people thought it was so darling at 2 different Halloween parties we went to. It was inexpensive because I already had an apron and I already had a pot. The only thing I had to buy was like a used little lobster or crab costume. So that is an idea. Another idea that's a spin-off of that is you could have like Ariel, and then you could be the chef, like your little girl could be Ariel, and you could be the chef with your little baby from the movie. But I know you guys are really good at ideas for Halloween costumes. So if you don't mind helping out Eliana Reese, she is looking for cute Halloween costume ideas. Gina asks, do you have anything fun that your family will be doing this fall? My kids are already starting to talk about fall traditions and things that they want to do. Chad, the guy that I'm dating right now, is really into pumpkin carving, which I didn't know until a week ago. So he's really excited to carve pumpkins with us this year. So my kids are excited about that. I really love decorating with fresh like fall decor. So like leaves that we find perhaps maybe up at my parents' cabin, that would be fun to collect. Fresh pumpkins. I love pumpkins and I love just fall candles and that sort of thing. So I'm really excited to decorate for that. My kids are excited to go to Staley Farms and they usually do a corn maze. I don't know if they're gonna do that this year, but they just have fun. Like you can go see animals and things like that. So my kids are excited. They've been talking about going and doing that. Chad has talked about some things that he enjoys doing, and they have like a local place up where he lives in Richfield area where you can go pick out a pumpkin. And anyway, so we're talking about some fun things that we're excited to do with the kids. And the kids, of course, are excited to go trick-or-treating. So we'll probably go, so my kids will be with their dad for Halloween this year. So we're going to celebrate early, and basically you live autumn and you love autumn and autumn decorating. Yes, I do. So I'm excited for that. So we'll probably do a Halloween party at Grandma Smith's house this year, probably that Monday or Tuesday, celebrate Halloween early. Sending love from Hamburg, Germany. Karen, thank you. I'm glad you're tuning in from Germany. Chad was just hanging out with a bunch of people that he cooked for, was it last night or the night before, from Germany that were visiting Southern Utah. And anyway, so yeah, he said they were wonderful people, and he was showing me just kind of the cool stuff that they were making. Cooking dinner for them, like a Dutch oven dinner is what they got to eat while they were here. We've got people joining us from Nova Scotia, Canada. Will you ever have Chad on a live? Diana, do you want me to bring Chad onto a live video? I was this close doing that about last week, but I was a little nervous about introducing him in a live video. But yes, if you guys have questions for Chad, you can leave them in the comments below, and maybe next week I will have him join me. Chad McWilliams, it just said maybe. Join me in a live video next week if he says yes. So Chad says maybe. Diana says yes. So if you guys want to meet Chad, comment below yes, and leave me a question in the comments for him, and he just may very well appear in our next live video. Okay, so more fall traditions. We're excited about that. Deborah asked, what is your favorite takeout food? One of my favorite places to eat in Southern Utah, Cafe Rio started locally here in Southern Utah. So if you have a Cafe Rio in your community, it originated in Southern Utah. Swig also originated right here in St. George, Southern Utah. So takeout, I love Cafe Rio. I love Costa Vida. Costa Vida is a spinoff of Cafe Rio. I know there's debate over that because it was started by a husband and wife originally, and then they divorced, and Costa Vida is, I think, the husband's, and then Cafe Rio was their joint one. So anyway, I love those places. I love like a good pork salad from there. My favorite place in town though for takeout, I would have to say, is Mad Pita. It's Greek food. I really like their spicy chicken, grilled chicken pita. It's really good with fries. Yeah, those are some of my favorite takeout. I still am a McDonald's girl at heart, and I'm a rather cheap date when it comes to where I like to eat. So I'm always down for McDonald's, which I had McDonald's last night. Except for they did change their chicken nuggets, and I'm not a fan of that. Lots of people saying, bring on Chad. Lincoln, Nebraska, yes to meeting Chad. Okay, Chad, I hope you were reading all of those comments of all the people that would love to meet you in real time. Some of the things that I love about Chad, he's really down to earth. He's really easygoing. And I just feel at home when I'm around him, and it doesn't matter where we are. I just feel at home and at peace and happy. Okay, lots of questions, of course, that always come in about dating. So let's answer those. Amy M. Youngman have Chad and Skylar met, and have you met anyone that my kid's dad, Skylar, has dated? Skylar and Chad have not met. Have you met anyone that Skylar's dated? Yes, I met Dana briefly. And she was very kind. And Dana, so her name is Dana Montana is her, I think, Instagram handle. My kids really liked her and thought she was really kind. And I just expressed that I was grateful that she was so kind to my children. And she gave me a hug and was just very warm and friendly. And I met her a couple years ago or a year ago, whenever it was that they were dating. I thought she was really pretty. I thought she was really pretty and really kind. And I'm just grateful that my children have good people in their lives. Okay, this person, I think Lisa, maybe Lisa 23 asked, do you and Chad have a dream trip you'd love to go on? We haven't really talked about a dream trip. We've talked about marriage, if anybody was curious about that. So we talked about like, where would you like to go for a honeymoon? A cozy cabin and someplace just nice sounds lovely to me. Or the beach. I like the beach. And she also asked, do you have a dream wedding? I was actually just talking about wedding, if I choose to get married again, with a girlfriend of mine just like an hour ago, because her daughter is getting married. So shout out to our former nanny and girlfriend of mine. We're really excited because she's getting married. Her daughter is. And I was just saying, you know, like a wedding to me, it depends on the time of year. Like a rustic barn sounds just like great. That's where her daughter is celebrating and having their reception. So I may choose that. And the place is kind of nostalgic because they took wood and pieces from the property next door to my original house where I first brought the babies home to, and they've kind of reconstructed that place that was standing there before they tore it down and built an entire neighborhood. So my neighborhood where I originally lived was called The Village in Little Valley, and I loved it so very much. And so that little place you can rent out for weddings, for events, for parties, and it's just very charming and cozy. Valerie asked, has Chad proposed? No, he is not proposed. That is a good question though. So I may pick like a venue like that, or another place in town that just opened up that has a little bit more of like that classic wedding vibe. That place sounds charming and beautiful to me. So anyway, I don't know if I'm hinting at anything yet, but I have been discussing that and talking about that. So hopefully that answers your question. Noreen, do your kids and your boyfriend's kids have much interaction with each other yet? Yes, and they actually get along really well. So Chad has 3 older kids. He has a daughter that is in her last and 4th year of school at the university here in Southern Utah. Chad is going to be bombarded with questions. I hope so. Yeah, we'll get his wheels turning on that. His oldest daughter is a really bright girl. She has naturally curly hair. She's babysit the Quintuplets one time, and she's just a really good person. She's the best of both her parents and her own person, her own identity, and I think she's kind of spunky. I like her. So she's wonderful. My kids really like her. She's really good at building paper airplanes, so Logan is all about that. And let's see, his second daughter, my kids really enjoyed meeting her. She's really bright as well. And really smart. Like, she's just a good person. She reminds me a little bit of the few times that I have met Chad's former wife, his kid's mom. She's just a really good kid. And then their youngest is Landon's age, a son, and he gets along really well with my kids, with Landon in particular. And he actually came up to the cabin. My extended family, like my parents have a cabin, and he spent time with us there. He's really funny and has a good sense of humor, and he's really down to earth. So he reminds me of his dad. And my kids originally called him Baby Chad because they thought he looked so much like Chad. And now they call him, I think, Baby Chelsea, just as like an endearing term every time they see him. So this Saturday, we will be going up to Beaver, Utah and supporting Quade there at his football game. And so the Quints just really love getting to see him and hang out and do all that fun stuff. So yes, my kids have had a little bit of interaction and meeting their kids. And this weekend, we're actually going to go meet, the Quintuplets are going to go meet Chad's extended family up at Grandma Twyla's home. And so they'll get to see just what I got to see and get to meet people there. So we are looking forward to a lot of fun things. Soccer game today for Landon. We're excited about that. I checked in with Shayden. Somebody asked going to the creamery. Chris Carter asked, are you going to the creamery? We do love the BYU Alumni Creamery. That place is really good. So yeah, we're just excited. Landon's got a soccer game today, so I'm gonna go pick him up from school in like 1 minute. So I'm gonna wrap this video up in 1 minute, but lots of fun, exciting things. My wheels are turning and I just am excited about things and moving forward and just feeling so hopeful. I just feel good. So it's good. We've got people joining us from Sweden today. Welcome. It's good to see you. That is one place I have always wanted to visit. Tammy asked the Creamery in Beaver. That is a good idea. We have not taken the Quints there in a long time. And so that might be a fun place to go buy some squeaky cheese, as we call it here in Southern Utah. And Vivi loves her cheese, so I'm sure she'll be down for that. So anyway, it is so good spending time with all of you. I'm gonna go pick up Landon from school, spend some time with him just for a hot minute before I pick up the Quintuplets from school and find out how picture day went. Hopefully they all smiled big. They all picked out their own outfits and they all picked out their own hairstyles. So Vivi was really proud of how I sent her off to school. Wasn't my first pick, but she was really proud of herself, and I am too. Love to you all. Thanks for supporting our family, and tune in for our next video that we'll be sharing either this Thursday or Friday. It'll be coming out. Love you all. We'll see you later. Bye.